fly loves me. So I'm
There's
like,
only one,
and it's
and
on me.
I think it's going from
It's
here to
gone in
there.
my glasses to my nose, so I apologize.
3, 2, 1.
Here we go. Hey guys, welcome to another episode of the Heard You podcast. I'm Tessa.
And I'm Adam.
And we're not in our podcast room.
No, we're not.
We are on location. So, but we are excited to introduce our guests today. We have Mrs. O, also known as Chef O, and Trevor, or Chef Trevor. They are joining us today from the Culinary Arts program from CT&E. So, welcome, guys. We're excited y'all are here.
Thank you.
So I just want to start off a little bit about, can you tell us a little bit about the culinary program for people who have no idea that, because there are some people who have no idea that we even have this amazing program on our high school. So.
Okay, well, we are located here at the CTE Building 1. This is our 11th, 11th year. We started in 2013. With our basic home ec kitchen over there, but we gutted it all out and turned it into a commercial kitchen.
That's so cool.
We have been running commercially for 11 years.
Wow.
Yes, and lots of students come in and out and learn the tricks of working in a commercial kitchen, running a restaurant, doing catering,
That's cool.
doing bakery items. So students are getting a lot of knowledge and a lot of experience working with food and safety and sanitation, all of those
Absolutely,
things.
because a commercial kitchen versus my kitchen at home is completely different.
Yes.
So what are some of the, what makes it different? What are some of the rules? What are things like that?
We do work with the health inspector here in Hereford. So, she can pop in whenever she needs to, but, there's certain places you have to keep foods in your refrigerator, like your eggs on the bottom shelf and different things. Yes.
Okay.
We always have to have our hair up, have gloves on, just keep things clean and sanitary, changing our gloves every 20 minutes or so, or between every different food we're making. And and then just managing students in particular is a lot different than if you're in your home kitchen.
Right.
Yes, because a lot of them come with very little experience in the kitchen. And then some of them come with more because they're working out in the industry already.
Awesome. So when we came in, you guys have a big thing that's happening this Saturday, and we'll get to that in just a second.
Okay.
But I noticed some of the kids' shoes were in here. So so I'm guessing shoes make a difference too in a commercial kitchen.
Yes. If you're in our culinary classes, you are required to have slip resistant shoes.
Okay.
And so I do require that in culinary and the advanced classes, that you wear shoes that are not going to cause you to slip and fall in the kitchen or in here when when we have things going on in here, because you can easily slip on flour, oil, grease, water,
right?
And you could hurt yourself really bad. So safety is a big concern.
Absolutely.
Yes.
I get that. Okay. So can you talk to us a little bit about the levels of classes?
Yes. So if you are a freshman and want to do culinary, you take this class that is called Principles of Human Service. It many years ago was known as home economics.
Yes.
But it's just a little bit of everything, and it feeds into several different things. But one of the things that we do talk about is nutrition and food. And so that would feed into culinary if you want to come. And then as a sophomore, we have intro to culinary. Excuse me. And this year, I've just thrown them in to help do a lot of stuff. So they're learning hands-on, but usually they have to learn more of the book work and the history of culinary and stuff.
Awesome.
Then once you hit culinary 1, you can take that as a junior. And then this year we have some juniors that had took it as a sophomore. So they're in advanced
Very
now.
cool.
And then the students like Trevor here, he's gone through the whole program 4 years, and he's in the practicum. So he's kind of one of the leaders, and he knows all the ins and outs. He's the expert over here in this coffee shop.
Awesome.
well, you'll probably be seeing him working back here on some on Saturday. So
Perfect.
yeah.
Trevor, we're going to talk to you just a little bit. So, what are some of the things that you have learned in your 4 years in culinary?
So, a few things that I have learned throughout the years of being in here mm, mm, is that in a commercial kitchen, speed and safety are some things that you really have to tie in hand to hand together. Because in a commercial kitchen, it's not just one or two people, it's more of 10, 20, possibly even 30,
Right.
depending on how big the kitchen is.
Right.
And, and thing with commercial kitchens and stuff, places like restaurant, speed and timing is pretty much everything.
It is. Because no one
And
wants to wait for their food, right?
yeah, yeah, yeah. Whenever people come in and order, they're hungry, of course.
Right.
Otherwise, why else are they there?
Absolutely. Yeah. I
So,
mean, yeah, we're not there just
so
to chill.
I know. So
We're here
we're
to
there for
eat.
one purpose, and that's to satisfy our belly, right?
yep.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And so, and so, as chefs, something we need to do is to minimize the time it takes. And then one of those ways is getting from place to place, which is speed.
Right.
But to be safe, there's not really running isn't really allowed.
Okay.
So yeah, speed and safety is something in which you really learn how to tie together
Mhm. That's cool.
in a commercial kitchen.
So how do you so going from commercial kitchen to your kitchen at home, like what are some applicable things that you can transfer?
So a few things you're able to transfer is a method known as mise en place, which is pretty much having everything you need to cook, to make whatever you're trying to make all in one place. So that way you're not scrambling around to find equipment
Right.
or this ingredient because you left it. That's something that honestly I am still working on.
Right.
Mise en place is easy but difficult to truly master at once,
I'm sure.
especially in a commercial kitchen. Whenever there's a lot of people who need one thing,
Hmm.
and they're like, for example, flour.
Mhm.
Last year we did a lot of baking
Mhm.
in which required flour. Well, another method used in a commercial kitchen is called FIFO, first in, first out. And so to help with that, we try to stick to using only one bag of flour.
Mhm.
Well, with four groups, we have to divide the bag of flour, of course.
Yeah, of course.
And that's where mise en place can help. Another thing you are able to take home from a commercial kitchen to your home kitchen is time management.
Mhm.
Time management can help a lot, especially with a few hungry kids.
Yes. Yeah. My tam, I need it like fast.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm gonna start cooking. I need it over.
Yeah.
So that's awesome. I need to incorporate
Mhm.
that a lot more in my kitchen. My ingredients are everywhere. I'll go here. I'll go here, and then I'll be like, Kyler, go to Walmart. I forgot this. So that's awesome. Those are really great skills to apply all over. So awesome. Okay,
Mhm.
so I'd like to talk to you a little bit about this. You guys kind of have a really cool thing happening this Saturday. So can you
Yes.
tell us a little bit about it?
Yes. So we try to do it every year, but we haven't every year.
Right.
But we try. But we are doing a grand reopening because, at the end of May, we shut down for 2 or 3 months. And we don't get back open until late September. By
Uh-huh.
the time, we do all the schedule changing and just lots of things that go on here at
Right.
school. So and training. I mean, we can't just expect you to go in on the first day. And so, and we have to wait for funds and all of those
Oh,
things too.
absolutely.
So this Saturday we're having a grand reopening of
Mhm.
our bistro. And so the students are making a huge menu of items.
They are.
Like there's about 20 or more items going to be available, hopefully, if they all turn out.
That's funny.
Yeah. And so, but we invite the community to come
Mm-hmm.
out, and, we really want parents to come and see what their
Yeah.
students are doing. And that's not just culinary, but the intro kids have a hand in it. And then a few of my freshmen might even come out and do their cheerleaders, and they might come out and do a few cheers for
Oh,
us.
very
Yeah.
cool.
And so I don't know, I'm kind of in the works with that right now,
Awesome.
but and so and then a few might volunteer to come and just help us
Absolutely.
back in the kitchen. So, but so we invite parents, grandparents, and anyone in the community, all of HISD and everyone else that
Perfect.
wants to come out and sample our
Okay.
foods. It's not like a big feast. It's just a
Mhm.
small tasting of things. So we'll give you a plate, and go around, and our students will serve you little small bites of stuff. But it's $5 to get in.
Okay.
It's good. With all the cost of food and stuff this year, this is our first year we had to charge a little bit.
Right.
But another great thing that our funds go to is if we have students going to on to culinary school when they graduate, we will offer them a $500 scholarship if they've
super
worked in
cool.
the Camp Bistro.
So can people donate money to that, like more than the $5?
Sure.
If we wanted, like if someone had
Yes.
20 or something, just
Oh, yeah.
okay. So you could take
Sure.
donations to help
Yeah.
fund that as well.
Yes.
Super
So
cool.
yeah, that would be great.
Yeah,
But
it's just like,
and
yeah.
we're fortunate because we work with the Panhandle Restaurant
Uh-huh.
Association some, and out of Amarillo, and they always donate to our program.
Oh,
And
that's
so
good.
that's how we are able to afford cool things like these new
Yeah, they look
chef
so
coats.
good.
Yeah.
They look so
and
nice.
other things.
Uh-huh.
We do some traveling, we do a lot of competitions and
Yes.
stuff. But Saturday is going to be a big day. We have a theme. We work hard for the honey
Uh-huh.
because we are kind of tying it into our FCCLA. The theme
Okay.
this year is Bee Connected, so it's
Oh,
all
cool.
about bees. So we just kind of moved it right on into
Perfect.
our
I love a good.
things. Yeah.
Listen. I'm an elementary teacher. I love a good theme.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
like, what can
Me
I
too.
like? What do we?
Every
love
year
it.
I have a theme.
That's
so.
awesome.
Yeah. So so that's what we're going to be doing. The
Okay.
kids are coming at 7:30 Saturday morning.
Oh wow.
It starts at 10.
Okay.
So we'll have everything set up. We're trying to get the room and looking more like a restaurant and less like a classroom.
Super cool.
Yeah. And then we'll go till 3:00.
Okay.
And
10 to
so
3.
about every hour and a half, we'll switch out and bring some new foods out and different things.
Wow.
Yeah. So I don't think we want to have like our spam masubi at 10:00 in the morning. I don't know. We might, but
Spam
we're for sure going to bring it out about 11:30.
That's cool.
Yeah. So there's certain things that, are more lunch
Yeah.
oriented, but yeah, we have lots of desserts. We have lots of hors d'oeuvres. They learned what a canapé is.
Oh,
Yeah.
what is that? I don't know what that is.
It's kind of like a little open faced hors d'oeuvre
Okay.
on a bread.
Oh.
And so, like we have some that's going to be on sourdough.
Mhm.
We have some like ceviche that's going to be on some baked tortillas,
Wow.
Yeah. And then we have some, this not quite on a bread, but it's going to be pretty cool. It's a oven baked potato cake.
Uh-huh.
And made with flour and potato. It's pretty cool. And then it's going to have creme fraiche and smoked salmon on top.
Oh wow.
Yes. So
That sounds so fancy.
some things are
Yeah.
going to be a little gourmet and a little fancy,
That's
and then
cool.
others are going to be a little more comfort food. So,
Perfect.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Trevor, what are you making? Can you tell us, or do you want it to be a surprise?
Well, something in which my group is making is apple pie bites.
Oh.
And what else?
Mexican chicken soup.
Yeah, Mexican chicken soup is another
Perfect.
thing that our group's making. and there was three other things, but I can't think of
No,
them
that's
off the top
awesome.
of my
I
head.
can't. I saw what was happening back there. Like y'all are busy everywhere, so that's amazing. That's
Listen, you had me at ceviche. I'm a sucker for a good ceviche.
Yep, you have to come before the
Uh,
volleyball game.
Yeah. So another thing is I wanted to tell you guys is show up before the volleyball game,
Yeah.
and then they'll be here after the volleyball game.
Yes.
So
You
pick
can
your
get a
time.
pre-snack and a post-snack.
Yeah. Like go come here, get that, go watch the herd, and then come back after
Perfect.
the game's over.
I fully 100% support that.
Yeah, ceviche. And then I got to tell you guys this story. So well, it's not really a story, but I've tried sourdough for the first time this weekend, and I didn't know how I felt about it or how I was gonna feel about it, and I absolutely loved it.
It's really good.
So it's a different taste, right?
Mhm.
But I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it.
There's a lot
Yeah.
of classes that teach that now. Everybody's like, I'm in my sourdough era. So
I don't know. It was super good. It was
But anyway.
delicious. I didn't really. I enjoyed it.
yeah. Okay, so I'm going back to you on this one. I know you mentioned there's several things like FCCLA. Did I say that
Yes,
right? Yay.
Yes.
I know you do other events, like you talked about your kids going to competition.
Yes.
So can you tell us a little bit? So like this is more than just a class. Like
Yes.
there's service projects and there's things like that.
Yes.
Can you tell us a little bit about what you guys do with that?
Yes. So
Okay.
something I think that maybe some people don't understand is that when you come to a class like this, CTE, these upper level CTE courses, a lot of our Texas Essential Knowledge requires you to do extended things outside the classroom. And so we go out and we work for some caterers
Mhm.
in Amarillo.
Mhm.
We do a lot of catering around here.
Yes.
And we sometimes go out and we're not catering, we're just serving food and we're
Mhm.
plating food. So kids have a lot of opportunities to go out and meet the public, which is
Perfect.
good,
Yeah.
good public speaking, knowing how to, just behave professionally in front of,
Mhm.
and still practice all of the skills you have on safety, sanitation, everything.
Right.
So yeah, we go out and do all of those things. We do a lot of community service. And something I've noticed in my 11 years of doing culinary is that people out in the food industry, whether it be Hereford or Amarillo or anywhere, they donate a lot of time and
Mhm.
money and food to the public, just
Yes.
free of charge as a community service.
Right.
And so that's something I like to teach kids
Mhm.
is that not everything has to be for reward or pay,
Mhm.
but it's the gratification of going out and helping others.
Yeah.
And so this past weekend we went out to help the Martha's Home out of Amarillo, and
Mhm.
that's a program for domestic violence of women and children. So, and they have a big fundraiser, and so we've been going for 5 or 6 years now, and we donate something every year. This year we did chicken Alfredo pizza cups. So we took
That's
that
so
out.
cool.
Yes. And
Sounds
it's
amazing.
pretty
Yeah.
awesome because we were the only school out there with all these professional restaurants. So we were there. We were next to McAllister's.
Oh wow.
Yes. And then next to Belmar Bakery. And then, I mean, there were a lot of
that
them out
needs to
there.
go in the newsletter. Like
Yes.
I mean, we can submit it, but
Yeah.
that's super cool. Someone needs to brag on that. That's
So-
really cool.
So our bistro, it's Cat Bistro is out there, but we are
Mhm.
also our banner says Hereford High School. But
Uh-huh.
yeah, we are the only school they invite out there to go serve food to with all the restaurants. So it's
Yeah,
pretty exciting.
That's really
And
cool.
then our kids got to meet some of the other restaurant people.
Uh-huh.
We even learned a few tips about our sugar cookies we were making, and
Very
we had
cool.
to come home and remake them because we didn't know we did something wrong. But
Oh,
we kind of picked the brain of the baker
yeah.
and professional baker from Belmar, and so that's pretty exciting in the
That
fact
is.
that my student that made those cookies, she was really in tune to what that lady was
Mhm.
saying.
Absolutely.
And she's like, we got to go home and redo these. I'll be here tomorrow.
Oh,
I
that's
had
cool.
kids come out on Monday when we didn't even have school, and 4 or 5 of them, and they worked all day
Wow.
fixing things. And so, I mean, so we, they're learning from other professionals
Yeah.
and not just myself.
Well, and
too.
it's real world situations because
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of times that we take classes and it's like
Yes.
literally you're never going to use this again.
Yes.
And this is something that they can use every day in this moment and in their
Yes.
whole future.
Yes.
So that's super cool.
Yes. And then we talk a lot about waste
Mhm.
and how, I mean, we sometimes we waste a lot of food learning.
Right.
And I try not to get upset about that because, we had to bake cupcakes 5 times in the past
Oh, wow.
4 or 5 days to perfect them. We finally
Uh-huh.
got them perfected today.
Perfect.
But I mean, they fell
Uh-huh.
and they burned and they caved in and they exploded in the oven and I mean, you name it. But we
Wait,
learned.
are you in my kitchen?
Yeah.
No, just
but
kidding.
but my students honestly learned, and one boy specifically who was in charge of these cupcakes, he said, "I know now. You've got to check. You've got to check your leavening agent to make sure it's not expired. You got to make sure no one
Wow.
opened your oven. You got to make sure this, that." And
That's
I
so
mean, he
cool.
knows now.
Yeah.
And then my girl with the sugar cookie, she's like, "I know I can't use milk in that
Mhm.
butter." In that royal icing
Mm-hmm.
anymore, unless and there's just a lot of things.
Yeah,
So they're
that's
learning.
really cool.
They're learning things from mistakes, which is what we want. That's how we learn
Absolutely.
best. And then they're learning from other professionals as well as from me and from each other. So
That's super cool.
That's so cool. So that going back to what you just said, you're learning it on the fly
Mhm.
as opposed to when you're in the classroom doing other things like
Yes.
English, whatever.
Yeah,
You don't see that till later on in life. Here, you're like, wow, it's real
it's
time.
real world. Yeah,
It's real time, and you learn it that quick.
yes.
And that's something that you like. That'll stick with you. You
It
know what I
will.
mean? Like anyways, you'll learn it right there,
Yes.
and you'll never forget it.
Yes.
That's
Well,
cool.
and this the community aspect of that. I love that. I
Yeah.
love community service, and like we've
Yes.
seen you guys at Hereford ISD events,
Yes.
serving staff members, and it's
Yes.
just a really cool. I just think it's really cool.
Yes.
I don't know. I love it.
And we'll be
Absolutely.
out at the admin on the 29th feeding the custodians.
Perfect.
Yeah, so we're taking the whole class out there
Okay.
that morning, and our Dr. Carter, our
Mhm.
superintendent, has invited us to come cook for the custodians and serve.
Fantastic.
And so we're going to be making them breakfast and
That's cool.
serving
Yay.
out there. Yeah, so that's
Awesome.
going to be
Yeah,
pretty
we're
exciting.
excited to see that. Then.
Yeah.
That's very cool.
I might join the custodial team for.
You should.
Yeah.
for a week or
For
two.
a week.
Yeah, I bet Anna will say, "Come on,
Yeah,
that's
that
fine.
just- yeah.
That's fine." Okay, so we're gonna do some rapid fire questions,
Okay.
and we're just gonna kind of go back and forth. So let's start with Trevor. All right, so Trevor, what is your favorite dish to prepare and why?
That's a good question.
Gosh, stumped him.
My favorite dish to make at home or in a commercial kitchen?
Whatever you want to talk about.
At home, it's at home. It is edible cookie dough.
Oh,
Here at the high school, something seasonal is eggnog.
oh.
Is something Miss O teaches the class on how to make, and
Very
and every year I have always found it just amazing
love it.
on how everything mixes together.
Very cool. I
So-
have never had eggnog ever.
Neither have I.
So when y'all make that, maybe I can be brave and come try that. Dude, this fly loves me. So I'm
There's
like,
only one.
and it's
and I
on
think
me.
I think it's going from
It's
here to
gone
there.
in my
from-
glasses to my nose. So I apologize. This fly
You're good.
want to knock it. Okay, so when y'all make that, I've never tried eggnog.
I'm not either.
It kind of freaks me out, not gonna lie. But I might could try that when you do that. Very solid choices. I love those. All right. If you could dine with any historical figure, who would it be and what would you serve?
Well, when we talked before, I was talking to you about Maya Angelou.
Uh-huh.
And I mean, because I love her passion for poetry, because I
Yes.
write poetry. So,
Yes.
but there's others as well, I'm sure. But I think I would serve maybe some. I'm really into hors d'oeuvres. I don't know,
Okay,
and
perfect.
tapas and
Uh-huh.
different little bite-sized things. So, but I'm really into Italian food too.
Uh-huh.
So I don't know, maybe something like that. I can make a pretty good lasagna.
Perfect.
Just ask Mr. O.
We'll have to ask him next summer
Yeah.
at HCal. Be
And,
like, hey.
So anyway, yeah, I like to do Italian food, and I like to bake, but it's probably not my
Not your
favorite.
favorite, yeah.
But I like the decorating of all of it
Oh, very
because I'm
cool.
really into. I like to make cookies pretty, and
Uh-huh.
I like things to
For
look
sure.
cool and
So
Yeah.
with your
creative.
poetry, do you let people read it or are you kind of private about it?
I'm pretty private.
Okay. Yeah, some
I
people
mean,
you just it just
yeah,
depends.
I mean, I would love to write a book. I'm just not sure how to get started on that.
Very
But
cool.
no, if you want to read it, I'll let you read it.
Oh,
But
I'm just asking
yeah,
that because some people
but
are real private about stuff
but
like
I
that.
like I
Yeah.
have a friend who's she's retiring this year as a principal
Uh-huh.
for 20 some years, and every year I write her 2 or 3 poems that
Oh,
she gives to her staff
super
for
cool.
teacher appreciation, Christmas gifts. Every gift she gives has to have a poem with it. So
That's
I've been
cool.
doing that
That's
for
super
years.
cool.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And so yeah, this whole little town in Kansas, they know my poetry probably more than anyone.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Okay, Trevor, you're up next. What is your go-to comfort food?
Mm, well, I have multiple go-to comfort foods. All mostly depends on my mood,
Right?
but my main one is cookies and milk.
Perfect.
Is my main comfort food.
Can't go wrong with it.
you and Adam.
Yeah. Chips Ahoy. It's got to be Chips Ahoy for
That's
me.
so
Yes.
cool.
Yeah.
I love that. Okay, Miss O, final question. Describe your perfect meal in 3 words.
Spicy,
Spicy.
Yes.
cheesy,
Yep.
Yes.
and I guess rich, just rich, creamy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds good.
Delicious.
My belly's kind of rumbling right now. It's almost
It's
lunchtime.
almost lunchtime.
Awesome. Okay, guys. So we end every episode this way. We ask the question, what are you loving? So it can be anything from school related to personal related. But what are you loving at this moment, Trevor?
Somewhat getting a small break from a busy life
Yeah.
today. I do not have really anything going on today,
Perfect.
which is good rest because tomorrow we have a football game
Yep.
up at Randall,
Mhm.
and then Saturday we have our grand reopening,
Yes.
in which if you come, you can see me here in the morning, and then in the afternoon, the band is heading back up to Amarillo for our region marching contest.
Very cool.
The Hereford High School band is performing at 7:30.
Okay.
If you want to come watch us, then.
Yes. And y'all did
Um,
a really good job in the prelims, right? Like y'all were top 10.
So up at the festival,
Uh-huh.
we made 5th in
Okay.
prelims and 6th in finals.
Perfect. It's gonna be another great day. I got a
Yep.
good feeling.
Hopefully.
It will be. We're speaking it into existence that it
Yes.
will be a good day for you
Yes.
guys. That's awesome.
So something about regionals is that regionals is different compared to all the other marching contests.
Mhm.
So at the marching festival up at area and even up at the state level marching competition, um, your score is based off of a score sheet,
Right.
sheet and numbers,
Right. Like 1 through 4, right?
1 through 32
Oh, okay.
total, depending on how much bands there are.
Awesome.
Well, up area, the final 8, or the top 8 march in the
Gotcha.
finals. But up at regionals, there is no finals. So, so you get one chance, and if we make a Division 1, then we go to area.
Perfect.
And if we place in the top 3 in the finals up at area, then we're also going to state, which is in San Antonio, which
Yes.
is
So
on a
cool.
Tuesday, a Wednesday, and a Thursday, I believe, this year.
Very cool.
So,
Well, we're
very
wishing you guys the
exciting.
best of luck. We're excited about that. All right, Miss O, what are you loving right now?
Well, I don't know because this is a crazy week for me. I just love being at home sleeping. No,
Same.
no, every day is getting a little harder to get up.
Right.
Because I've been at Walmart every day at
Every
6
day.
a.m. for
That's
a week and
crazy.
a half now.
Yeah, because you have to purchase all the stuff.
I have to,
So,
yes. And I can't purchase all at once because food goes bad too
Right.
fast.
Yes.
But no, I love that I have this program in Hackett to offer
Mhm.
things like this. Like I love the cooking and all, but I love just the whole idea. I love that. And so this is a big thing for me. I'm
Yeah.
hoping it is for all of my students as well. And I don't know. I love students, especially like Trevor, who's
Mhm.
so busy,
Yes.
but always finds time to do everything he's got to do.
Right.
So I really am loving that. And
That's
then,
cool.
so yeah, I just love a lot of things.
Good.
But yeah,
It's a good place to be.
this is a good place to be. This
Yep.
is a great place to be working. And
Awesome.
I love Mr. O. He's my support in
Mhm.
everything I do. So
Yes.
he
Biggest
gets,
cheerleader.
I feel sometimes like he gets a little neglected because he's getting up and I'm already heading out the door to
Mhm.
Walmart, and and he's coming home and he's tired from a long day, and I'm still working and doing, but
Yeah.
so I love that too, that I
Yes.
just have that support. And
Yep.
I come home and then he's always like, has dinner made and all
Oh,
these
that's
things,
cool.
and makes these neat Nigerian foods
Mhm.
and other foods too. So
That's
that's
good.
always, it's a good break because when I don't cook at the kitchen at home, I'm hardly ever in that kitchen. I don't
Yeah.
know hardly where even things are half the
Yeah.
time.
It makes a difference when you have a supportive
For sure.
spouse or
Yes.
partner or whatever. So that's
Yes.
awesome.
And the hardest part is I'm like, I said I have that somewhere, and then I think, no, I have at
Oh,
school.
that's
So
at school.
yeah, and then I'm at here and I'm like, I know I have a can of whatever, and then I'm like, oh no, that's at home. So
That's funny.
it gets
Two
really,
kitchens are pretty hard, I bet.
it's hard to manage a home kitchen and then this one now too. So
I
I never know
imagine.
what's where.
That's cool.
Half of my home stuff is here.
How funny.
Yeah.
All right. Adam, what are you loving?
It's fall, y'all, and the
is.
weather has changed. I really enjoy the weather. We just celebrated birthdays,
Good.
so it's been a great week. But yeah, cooler temperatures are all usually put a smile on my face.
Mhm.
So this weekend might be a little too cool and maybe rainy,
And
but
rainy.
we do love some rain around here. So
Yeah, we need it
anyways,
desperately.
this fall is really what I'm loving. Yeah.
Awesome. So I'm loving, I had a birthday on Tuesday and I took the day off. I like normally sporting events, things like that, or if you're sick, but it was really nice just to celebrate me, if that makes sense. Because as a mom, we
Yes.
celebrate everybody else, like make sure the kids are okay and my husband's okay. And so I just had a day, like I went hiking and ate really great food. So I really enjoyed that. It was, and James took off, which is a miracle because he never takes off either unless it's like has to. So it was a really good day. So that's what I'm loving.
That's awesome.
Would love some more days like that. But
Yeah, absolutely.
anyway.
You got to schedule them in.
All right, guys. Well, we really would like to see you guys here this Saturday for the grand reopening. You're going to have some really great food samples. These kids have worked super hard. Miss O has just loved on them and showed them all the amazing ways to do this. So really come out and support them. It goes for a good cause, and you're helping our students in HISD. So
sure.
we hope to see you guys here on Saturday. So
Absolutely. Show
as
up.
always, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you guys next time. Bye, guys.
Bye.